So, are these the ruins the Knave?
They seem to be...
Let's go and
just be...
Squall Fury! Away now. The wind rises. Squall Fury! Too slow.
what? Floor here isn't safe. This place has also been contaminated by primordial.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontainian would most likely dissolve the moment they felt...
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't... don't get Paimon wrong. We're not saying it.
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll... That complicates things. Maybe the only way left is forward.
In that case, do you...
I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just...
All right. Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
There's something wrong with this bridge!
Demoiselle. Huh? Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing...
Maybe she just wants some time to herself,
Yes, it...
That's quite possible.
Oh, right. This is a familiar...
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. I was just trying to recall...
Do you remember...
We were headed to see...
Ah, right.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good. I've been great. They were knocking at my...
Sometimes...
Oh, yes. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. I don't know what...
Did you...
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for...
Very well.
Wait. Excuse me, madam.
That's right.
No, it's nothing. I've heard this name before. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time, Demoiselle.
We do...
Well, now...
Miss Navia, here you are.
My trial?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just...
Oh?
Attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly... excited about something. I even know some of these people. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so many people here? And why do I have no recollection of this case? And as for the judge... huh? Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today is an exception.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering!
My dear Miss Navia, as all here know, after you took over not only you...
Wait a...
Yes, correct. We are one big family. Therefore, this...
Huh?
Oh, well...
How what?
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now.
Stay here, Navia. You're one of us.
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means...
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady.
She was born a...
Her actions... Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontainians here. This, even if everything is... Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay.
And you would call this justice? Have you forgotten how much you...
Do you mean to defy our...
If your justice is flawed...
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend... And that is how we will enforce justice.
My head...
Demoiselle!
Silver... I remember now. Everything that seemed... Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We don't let them escape.
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to... After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses.
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss... No...
Silence.
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn.
Our thanks, Miss...
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind?
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that...
Malus... Silver...
Quickly, you must...
Goodbye.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare?
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I think I saw two Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vacher?
Perhaps those two Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that...
Please come with me.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right.
Why do you look so stiff? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who...
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh?
Sigewinne. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the fortress...
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine.
I see. Well, that is...
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sigewinne made him do that.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well.
He still doesn't know what... So, Neuvillette...
Yet?
This isn't going anywhere.
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed...
Yeah, we're...
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
Teamwork is strength. I got you covered. Wretched vermin.
Too slow. The wind rises.
We're almost at the top. Keep it up!
Cry louder.
Get chill.
The wind rises. Squall of Fury.
Let's begin.
Wretched vermin.
Nada kundala.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place? There should not be any other hidden spaces in the...
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates. It seems like they were put here as an offering.
Perhaps we should just leave them be.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding walls also show signs.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see.
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose. But does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it. Take the second slate.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated.
And is that Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the...
And is that a ring of people around her?
The fourth image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content.
The people will all be dissolved into the... More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it, most likely due to us missing the first slate. I am very sorry.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering ancient stone slates isn't one of your...
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at... This says that it's the history of the future.
I really hope it...
Still...
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third? Where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro...
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And also, I'm still...
But who...
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
You still have energy?
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have...
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask about the... I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the...
Are you really gonna talk to...
She has long been harboring secrets, and will not give them up easily. Which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the...
All right.
I will be carefully...
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always open to you. All right.
We're finally back!
Welcome back. We've got a
Yay! And there's good food! Paimon's already starting...
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think it is?
Huh?
It's you two.
Mona?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait.
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out. Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist, there was nothing for it, really. She really is... Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Wow!
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one. Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Whoa, that's a...
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice-as-great Scholar of the Star.
Thrice as great? That's so petty.
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Talk about excess.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about...
That sounds terrible! Ugh. But anyway, you're not Fontainian, are you, Mona? You're...
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dorman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after we...
Oh, that's a good thing then.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have... There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird, and the invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much.
What do you make of that prophecy,
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist. And I'm afraid that on the flip side...
A visionary?
Of course. The old hag could do it. And I bet there are others amongst those
Thanks, Mona.
Oh, well.
That's the greatest of us.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to inform...
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks. Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we? Our Fontainian friends will thank us someday. Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, Traveler. We agreed to go sing the...
Monsieur Durvalette and Lady Farina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
You mean...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you... Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything, but you found them in...
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy. The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of the—
I don't. I've never seen
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous— My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then there's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should just trust in me. That's all I have to say. We do not— Oh!
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was
I assume you've been outside for a while.
Oh! You—
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow. Still, I do not understand. Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced. We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Oh?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Arc.
But Farina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging—
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can. If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this. But who will lend us—
Of which it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster.
And here you are drinking tea.
That's what family should—
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for—
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me?
Then, how about you?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
That was a little long-winded, don't—
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, as for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our—
Oh?
Well, it's just an expression.
Huh? Didn't you say that—
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice.
I see.
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
In that case, do any of you have experience?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were young.
I've also gone...
I'm afraid not. Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals. But today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. A trap comprises of the following components. So, if...
For me, I would prefer something our line of work.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you?
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of I remember that you liked those.
I did.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any...
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any... But I do have one more question for you, Monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why is that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey.
We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them... But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god. A being who sees...
Oh, so that...
If you ever see any stickers on my back, do me a favor and take them off. Malazines like to play pranks sometimes.
It's been a tough few days. Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but it's hard to say. After all, you're the most reliable did you just pour some... Then what's that? Paimon's never seen that cup.
Don't be frightened. Aw.
Wait.
The voice from the... You're feeling lost. Consider me a passerby. The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled.
What?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed? Ah, so you've caught on. Just as prophecies are the things that
What?
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant. Ultimately, fate.
The voice. Hey, it's you.
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively band. Fine, just not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and...
did you?
Why, yes, it was Charlotte. I'm in full support of her.
That's right! Paimon's
yes. About what... Huh? Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon.
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves Guy. But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... Well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Whoa.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be...
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand any...
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. Perhaps it is something that you can... Traveler, Paimon?
Oh, we're fine.
I see. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed, but even so, perhaps that's what N was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart. I did originally think...
Huh. You do have a point.
There, it was worth trying. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Paimon suddenly feels... Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
If you want to outrun the law, you need to know how it works.
Huh? Let Paimon see! The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Huh. Guess Charlotte still hasn't. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report? A blinded friend. So while the fortress... Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet. The Traveler's Trail. Worldwide. Huh. Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us. I mean, she hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so... seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her.
slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right.
Wait.
That's right. Even he...
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule.
Then what if some...
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but... maybe...
Oh, the prophecy. No, it's the same for eating in...
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I... These 2 slices are for you. Siju...
Oh, you know Sichuan?
I sure do. She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about... She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily. Yes, I've got something else to do, so...
And there she goes. All right, let's dig in. It's more delicious than Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here. Oh, we're near the Steambird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon!
Ha! You've got some nerve.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson. It's all right, though. I've set aside...
Really?
You're all...
Oh, Paimon...
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
When Mona mentioned you, we thought of coming to see you at work.
I see. It seems you've already bumped into Mona. So she mentioned me?
She said that you're a real daredevil.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've...
Yeah, are we even...
Why not? If I say...
Oh,
so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! Ooh, so much...
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example...
Huh, that's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do... If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my home. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be Just think about it. If this nation... And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for... I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic. But I do love my job. But anyway, that's my answer.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
The latest cases.
Belle...
Lady Farina,
Indeed, my dear.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant...
Understood. Keep... I feel utterly...
Lady Farina, I've heard that the Are you crying?
Uh-huh. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the...
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power.
So interminable. Hundreds of years must have passed by now. I never imagined. Have I reached my limit? I want to tell someone, anyone, I've conducted. All I can do is keep heart.
Farina, although I don't know...
Share. That's impossible. It was fated.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you could just share it with me.
A witness. And if to he's right. I could confide in him, couldn't I? But if things don't play out no, Farina. But what if... Farina, you've worked... Is it such... If you let this... Think about it. Long and hard. No, I have no... All you need to do, dear spectator, is to...
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, she did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these it seems that trusting humanity...
I believe that... How would you build...
Ah, good, good. Of course the Iudex of Fontaine has I'm sure you...
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a... It now seems that that person was you. Hidden within the machine...
And then I became one with the oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes. Alas, your understanding of... In truth, it is no enactor of justice. Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the oratories take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. My work, oh, but really, some have... The vast majority has been, had to be, accumulated to enact.
It was all a part of your plan.
Indeed. This power accrued over 5 centuries, but only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro...
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne.
Returning what's right. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the... Oh, what? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Soul.
All you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice...
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my... Hydro Dragon... I must say, Had it been within my rights, Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea. And the heavenly principle stole the power you ancient dragons. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be... Speaking of justice, I have always believed that... So, if the theft of the primordial sea... Then, leaving... In other words, defying the At this point... Eudex Nervillet...
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Eudex, I see now that that was your idea. At last, I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, things being as they are. Surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervillet. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
I, Eudex Nervillet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Have you ever seen these
Has the death...
Was that bright light some...
But since we're...
It's time to end this. I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratory's the root of the calamity, come with me, Traveler.
the size of the beast, I cannot reach the powers.
Squall and Fury!
Unless we can find a way to attack it from the ground. We shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening together. The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. A chance will present itself.
Face your guilt! Wretched vermin! Squall and Fury!
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its reach from within.
That way now. Fire it up!
Everybody stand!
Let's begin.
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It was just supposed to be a short... Well, actually, I had a...
That power.
It's just that he is the Emperor.
I simply did not have... So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. That kind of power is wasted. All in all. The point being...
Well, being that this pet... So what sort of person is your master?
Oh, right. So you don't know. His name is Sir Tologi.
I am
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous.
The
Still nothing.
Ooh, that one we've heard.
Oh. But I suppose you...
Wait!
Actually, never mind. That they all devour such roiling high... As such, in other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should never...
What?
Not to worry.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Hey! Help! Over here!
All hands, initiate emergency rescue! Hurry!
Hey, lend a hand!
Look! The water's receding!
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong! The prophecy was wrong!
Are you alright? We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
I once considered